Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Crane Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how building a business is essentially a faith-based journey, right? So, if you're creating anything from scratch, whether it's an online YouTube channel or a business, there's a huge faith-based component to it because you only see steps one and two, and then after step two, it's just a big, giant fog. In fact, the biggest challenge that any entrepreneur will have is something called tolerance to ambiguity. Now, I don't know if I could say if this is a fortunate or an unfortunate experience. The reason that I think that I'm going to be successful with this channel is because I've already had to face that faith-based challenge in my life, and I'll give you an example of this. So, for example, for 3 years, I made 20 grand a year. So I was at the poverty level for 3 years, 20 grand a year as an adult, even though I came from a very rich area, right? When I moved to Georgia, I didn't know what I was doing. And again, poverty level, I was struggling. I remember kind of being in my car thinking, like, F this. I'm somehow, and then what's funny is because I was also thinking, like, I'm somehow going to make it, but I was delusional at the same time because there was no sign that I was going to make it. And that's kind of like the faith based learning where you have to not have any rational belief that it's going to work out, but it somehow will work out. And that's why I'm able to, do things like talk about velocity banking, pay off your mortgage. I personally paid off my mortgage 25% of a year. I talk about that in a lot of videos. And I also had a tenant who paid me 6 months worth of rent up front and said thank you to me, right? So you're able to do a lot of things and open up a lot of avenues, but I didn't know that these things were going to happen on day one. It was just like a lot of struggle, 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 struggle. You learn from that struggle, and then magically one day, like things just work out in your favor. Like what happened with that, right? Now, because I have had those experiences before, that's why I have confidence in building this YouTube channel. Now, I know there are some of you out there who are looking at this channel and thinking, "Wow, this is really good," and this is. It seems like you're growing pretty well for a channel that's really not that old. And in fact, if you take a look at this channel's only been here since June of last year, right? I posted the first video 6 months ago, okay, right? And if you take a look here, I think we got monetized in like 3 months, right? 3 months of monetization, and we're making decent money for a very very niche and relatively young YouTube channel right now in 2024. We're barely in 2024 right now, and we're gonna grow. We're gonna reach 2,000 subs soon. I'm sure of it. But I want to kind of take you back 6 months ago, right? Because I've had the experience of being part of a faith-based journey, right? Before in my life when I was making 20 grand a year, thinking I'm never going to make it, I'm screwed, I should just stayed in California. I want you to understand the mindset of how most people would react. So for example, let's say I'm going to tell my friends and family, "Oh, I want to start a YouTube channel and call it Korean Atlanta Mentorship." They probably all laugh at me. Even the Korean people will laugh at me, right? Because Korean people have been in Atlanta for, some time. So why didn't anybody else start this and we're in 2024, right? Or 2023? I just got the inspiration just to create it out of nowhere, but if any rational person had thought about this, they'd be like, "No, that's really stupid. Like that doesn't make any sense." And why would anybody join? Because you're saying it's Korean, it's Atlanta, and you got the whole U.S. And to be honest, like the people watching this, most of them are from Texas. Anyways, um, but yeah. So again, you ask friends and family, like, "Do you think this would be a good idea?" Invariably it'd be like no interest or people don't care, right? But I knew it was a good idea. Why? Because I'm on a faith-based journey, right? So, um, so again, there's no rationality behind whether this is going to work out or not. Now, take a look at this. Most people, let's say if they started a new YouTube channel, right? They started a new YouTube channel. They like post a couple of videos, and then they just kind of give up at like video 8 if it's not getting good traction. Now, these velocity banking videos didn't actually get traction until maybe about like a month in. And one other note I want to make is that if you want to create anything successful, you shouldn't focus on things that you're interested in. You should focus on things that the marketplace is looking for. So, for example, if I post a video about real estate investing, that's not going to gain as much traction as velocity banking because most people think, the marketplace, whoever is thinking like, that's only for rich elite people and I'm never going to be able to buy a home, right? That's what's happening in the marketplace right now. And the marketplace is looking for solutions of how to pay off their debt, which is why velocity banking has increased, the interest has increased so much. And I didn't look at the marketplace. But that's a big mistake that I made when I, first started out in life, is that I was not understanding that I have to look for what the marketplace is looking for, right? So that's a side comment, but I'll just keep going. So let me just talk about this right here. So most people, they'd like post a couple of YouTube videos, and if it doesn't gain any traction, like they'd stop like right here, like, oh, 7 views, right? 5 months ago, because that's how a lot of the videos were, like 1, 2, 3, 5 views, 13 views, step-by-step overview of a real estate deal. And it's not necessarily about how good the content is, because I'm pretty sure if I looked at some of these real estate videos, I'd have some insane, bangers in there, of bangers of knowledge, like, insane insightfulness in there. But that's not what the marketplace is looking for right now. Because most people are in so much debt, right? Credit guide for newbies, 18 views. I think, and I have over $240,000 in lines of credit, but nobody's going to watch this. Velocity banking, people want to know how to pay off their debt. Other things, 14, 3 views, understanding like who the best seller, the best people to work with is. This is really insightful too, but only got 3 views, right? And then most people would just kind of give up here. It's like, oh, I posted all these YouTube videos, but nobody's watching, right? And I'll tell you what I mean by that, because you go down here, take a look at this, right? When did I first get 20 subs? Let's take a look right at this moment. So again, I posted videos, I think, for like 2 months. I mean, it says 4 months ago, right? And this one is like 6 months. So for 2 months in my faith-based journey, right? Because there's no clear sign that this is gonna actually be successful, right? Where was the sign when I was first posting these videos? They were not there. But because I've been in that faith-based journey before, again, making 20 grand a year for 3 years and thinking I'm going to be successful and being a little bit delusional at the same time, I knew that this is going to be successful just because I have that faith, right? And that's something you need to have as well. And that's why it's also very, very hard to share this vision with the other people that you know, because they don't see it, and you're almost asking them to be delusional with you, right? But again, you posting all these videos, all these videos, and then you get this little dink of 20 subs. Where's 20 subs, right? Right here, right? You get this little dink of 20 subs right after all these videos that you've created. Okay? 20 subs. And again, because I was at a point in life where like I actually don't need money. I already know how to create things from scratch, and so we'll just keep making some more videos. Some of my own life experiences. Should you be a landlord in any state? Then once we got the 20 subs, then how many more videos? One, two, three, four, four, eight. About 12 more videos, and it goes to 100, right? So it took a long time just to get to 20, and then it took less time to get to 100, right? And then, we'll take a look at this. One, two, three, four, five, six. Just 6 more videos to get to 300. Isn't that insane? Like, who would have thought that? But again, people would have probably given up at this point, at the 20 point, because they didn't have enough faith. And it's a faith-based journey. You almost have to be delusional to succeed in business, especially if you're going to create one from scratch, right? Now, buying a successful business, buying a franchise, that's a little bit different story. But if you're going to create something like Korean Atlanta Mentorship, right? Like that's a very dialed in name that's kind of weird and unique. And a lot of the viewership here is not from Atlanta, nor are they Korean, right? But they're addicted to the videos, okay? And then 100 here, and then 300, and just keep making videos. Here's the funny thing: at this point in my life, I'm just making videos for fun. I don't even care if they make me money or not, even though they're making me some decent money. You take a look here, I'm making about $200 a month. I actually, it says $173 here, but like every check I've gotten from YouTube every month has been $200, right? So it's like extra play money. But let me go down here, 600, right? So just 2 more weeks, or not 2 more weeks. So like, I don't know if this is 2 weeks or not. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So about 7 more videos, doubled the subscribers, you know, and then just goes on, and we get 800 and 900 again. But it's a faith-based journey because I don't know about you, but would most of you have been able to make it at the 20 subscriber mark? Because I had to make a lot of videos just to get to 20, right? Now, so again, this is what it is that I knew this was going to be successful just because I've had we'll call it the fortunate experience of being delusional, right? When I was making 20 grand a year, did I think, oh man, everything's going to work out for me? I was just almost about to cry until, my mom thought I was an idiot moving from California to Georgia. And a lot of people thought I was an idiot. And I was, but what choice did I have at that point? Just crumble up and give up or just keep going? So I just kept going, right? And then again, just more videos, and somehow 1,200, and we're now at almost 1,700. But it's only been 6 months, right? But I know how hard it is. And here's the thing: if I had to start something from scratch, I know because I've been through it, and I've actually heard this many, many times before, that people who are successful, they've been at the brink of property failure so many times that once they do become successful, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I'm here and thankful. And they eventually have the confidence just to build, things from scratch over and over again. So let's say that, this YouTube channel gets nixed or something deleted. I'll just start a new one, and then, we'll get from zero, keep posting, go to 20, then go to, 1,000, and so on and so forth. But that's why, uh, this is not for everybody. If you need clear signs that you're going to be successful in the near future, um, right in front of you, that ain't going to happen. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube, doesn't matter if it's building your real estate investing business. You almost have to be a little bit delusional in order to succeed. Now, the signs are there. In fact, sometimes people have seen, and let me actually show you this. Let me go back here. Sometimes other outside observers are able to see whether you're more successful or not than even you are. Because I remember when I let me look for that video with the 20 subs. So let's just take a look here. Where is it? We're almost there. I know we are. So 1 second. And look how many. Okay. So now let's look at the comments right here. Okay. Let me do this. Um, Oh, this one is I watch your videos all the time, very helpful. So even when you're at the 20 sub mark, you get these little signs that people were really loving your content. And sometimes it's your audience telling you that you have to keep going, right? Even though there's still kind of no clear signs. Like if you're at 20 subs, it's like still like, is this really a good idea or not? And then let's go to the 100 sub video, okay? So I go down here, and then let me just show you this. So this is Ann McBee. She was the first person to join and learn with us, right? And she wrote. I remember she was one of the first comments. She wrote, "You'll have 1,000 subs soon. Did 5 and so on. I did VB 3 years ago, so I know it works. Still using it today. It really helped my credit score, right?" And again, you know, she probably saw that this is going to be a bigger channel because I was just like, 100 subs, yeah, yeah, yeah. But we're getting there. And Ann McBee, you predicted the future. So, all right. So I hope this is a good lesson for you to figure out, how success works because it's not a clear path. And, if anybody can, if you told me your idea and I probably wouldn't, to be honest, if I told you that, like, oh, it's a good or bad idea, you should probably ignore me because nobody can tell the future, right? I can't tell the future. So you whatever your idea it is, you just have to have faith and belief in it more than anybody else, and also be a little bit delusional because that's how you succeed. Think about it. Korean Atlanta mentorship didn't exist 6 months ago, and no Korean person probably thought this was a good idea, right? Me talking about velocity banking, and I haven't had a single Korean person like actually in, inquire about it online yet. But I'm actually thinking of making the Korean version of this, and I need to rely on other people for that because it's really hard to maintain two YouTube channels. Okay, but that's just kind of where we are at today, and we're gonna reach 1,700 subs, and really excited soon. So let me actually go back here. 1,700 subs. Yeah, we're almost there. 1,700 should be a few more weeks. Well, not a few more weeks, just a few more days actually, and then 2,000 should be maybe one more month at the latest. Okay, well, that's it, everybody. So if you want to see how the YouTube journey has been, I hope that was very insightful. Other than that, if you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below. Have a great day, and we'll speak next time.